It has been a back and forth night here at Lakewood High School Gymnasium. We got in here on time just to watch the final point of this match, where the Lakewood JV in 25-17, 17-25, and 25-22 has beaten the Ferndale Golden Eagles in a back and forth match that has seen lots of points and lots of rallies. An exciting win for the Cougars. But because we are starting so late, getting over from the JV game, we're going to have a delayed start to the varsity game. So we're going to keep the pictures here, and I'm anticipating something around a 7:25 start time. So we're going to turn the sound off and while they warm up, so the warm-up music doesn't overpower us. And we'll be back with some periodic updates as we go along. So we've got about 3 minutes left to go in this service series, and then I believe that we will start the match. So 3:06 here to go before the start of the varsity volleyball match, where it looks like we'll start about 30 minutes late. Again, coming to you from Lakewood High School Gymnasium, the Lakewood Cougars volleyball versus the Ferndale Golden Eagles. Good evening, everybody that's out there watching in Lakewood Streamland. This Dale Leach bringing you the Lakewood High School Cougars volleyball team against the Ferndale Golden Eagles. We're approaching the start of the match. The JV team match went long with the Cougars winning 25-17, 17-25, and 25-22, taking 2 out of 3 from the Eagles. An exciting match, but it just happened to run a little bit long. The Cougars now have finished their warm-ups, and we are ready for the pregame introductions, and then we're going to play volleyball. So we will go now live to the PA announcer.
Lakewood High School. Tonight in volleyball action, we would like to welcome the Ferndale Eagles taking on our very own Lakewood Cougars. The Ferndale Eagles come here under the direction of head coach Patty Roselle and assisted by Taryn Potter. Your Lakewood Cougars are under the direction of head coach Alyssa Kahn and assisted by Jackson Kahn and Elizabeth Dagan. The officials for tonight's game are Pat Kaminsky and Nick Collins. They are registered with the WIAA, and their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. So fans, players, and coaches, please give them the respect that they deserve. Now for tonight's roster for the Ferndale Eagles. Number 1, Tatum Fox. Number 2, Riley Child. Number 4, Megan Hayes. Number 5, Tia Gilday. Number 6, Kaylee Bunkard. Number 7, Olivia Simu. Number 8, Mallory Bunchichon. Olivia Mitchell. Number 10, Avery Schneider. Number 11, Ellie Call. Number 12, Madison Buntenschwein. Number 14, Brooklyn Cable. And now for your Lakewood Cougars. Senior, number 1, Kaylee Greenman. Sophomore, number 2, Gabriella Kinsling. Freshman, number 3, Peyton Langham. Number 4, freshman, Katie Krieger. Sophomore, number 6, Julie Christman. Number 8, your freshman, homecoming princess, Megan Olney. Sophomore, number 9, Peyton Schultz. Sophomore, number 11, Avalon Boomer. Senior, number 13, Natalie Krieger. Senior, number 16, Elizabeth Leo. And freshman, number 17, Elena Jones. Now if everyone could please rise, remove your hats, and join me for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's play some Cougar volleyball.
So a couple of roster changes tonight for the Ferndale Golden Eagles, or at least additions to the roster. Number 1 is Tatum Fox, not listed in the program. And there's also a number 2 out there, and we'll endeavor to find her name as well. Make sure we can call the names as best we can. This is a much different Cougar squad than we saw the last time. We've got a few more seniors in the lineup and a few less freshmen, although we did see some very good play out of Katie Krieger and Peyton Langham in our last match. So starting out for the Cougars, up front, freshman Alina Jones, as well as Natalie Krieger and Peyton Schultz. In the back would be Kalia Greenman, Avalon Kummer, and Peyton Langham. For the Golden Eagles, that would be Brooklyn Cagle, looking like it's her turn. She's going to serve. The libero is Mallory Buttonshone, granddaughter of Steve Barker, and Robin Barker, longtime Lakewood employees. And we'll get the rest of the stars as we go on the way. Green was able to put it up, and Krieger puts it into the net. Also up front is Ellie Call. Pushed over by Jones. Outside and pushed over, dug nicely, and carried with a nice dig there by Avalon Kummer, but it was not to be for, they called the carry on the next hit. So 2-0 just underway here in the first set of the match. Greenman with a free ball. Outside and pushed down the line. And in, that's Ellie Call. Avery Schneider is also up front for the Golden Eagles as we set the floor with Morgan Hayes. Outside to Krieger, who hits it, and it looks like it's long. The block did not touch it, and so that's 4-0 now. Ferndale just underway first set, again with the late start because of the length of the JV match. Those things sometimes happen. It's great experience for those players to play in close games and close matches. Jones not able to get it off the net and pop it up. And another point for the Golden Eagles. Remember, we are doing tournament scoring. That means that on every point, every serve, there's a point scored as opposed to side-out scoring where you have to serve in order to score. That ball is hit long from the back row and out. Ferndale out to a 6-0 lead. So thank you for being patient, joining us. It's popped up by Cummer, set long by Peyton Schultz, dug by Greenland, and hit over by Krieger deep. That's popped up by Hayes. It's hit and it's off the block. Avery Schneider with the hit. Took a deflection and down. Another point for the Eagles. Brooklyn Cagle serving again. Oh, it looked like Peyton Schultz was just going to try to tip it over the net, and she was met there by a big block, and that was Avery Schneider putting it right back at her. The 6-foot middle blocker, who's a senior, was not going to have any of that push over the top of her. So timeout now for the Cougars. 8-0 first set as the Ferndale Golden Eagles have jumped out with 8 straight points under the service of Brooklyn Cagle. Cougars are coached by Alyssa Kahn. The Eagles are coached by Patty Holtze. All right, after the timeout, first set just underway. 8 service points, 8-0. 8 serves, 8 points for the Golden Eagles as they serve again. Elena Jones in the middle tries to tap it over, blocked back again by Schneider. Natalie Krieger hits it, dug by Buttonshoen, and put down that time by Schneider, the middle blocker, middle hitter. And that's 9-0 now for the Eagles. Cummer's return of service just over the top, put down by Schneider. Wasn't able to be handled by Peyton Schultz, and so it's 10-0 now. Cougars yet to serve here in the first set. They've yet to get a return of serve and point in. That's to Krieger, who leaves it a little short. The set was a little bit behind her, and she was unable to get real good contact with it and sends it into the net. Short service, nice job by Krieger. Cummer pops it up, and now Schultz hits it over. Cagle sets it, and this is back set. This is Ellie Call gets it. Cummer puts it over to free ball, and it's back this time to the outside hitter, number 15, who we don't have on the roster. Again, Cagle's going to hit. This time it's Schneider, who just tips it into open space. So, some good defense by the Cougars, but just unable to overcome the offense that time. Jones with the tip. Popped up, set outside, and off the block, calling the Cougars into the net. That was Tia Gilday, 5'11" outside hitter. Or maybe not, maybe that was Kaylee Bungard. It's hard to tell the difference between the 5 and the 6 on these Ferndale uniforms. I believe that is number 6 out there, so. So 14 straight points now served by Kegel. Cougars have yet to return a serve and get a side out so that they can either score a point and get some service. Little miscommunication, free ball. And that was Ellie Call. It got deflected, but just down. Going to have a sub in now for the Cougars. That's Katie Krieger coming in for Elena Jones. So we're going to sub out one freshman for another here to change the momentum a little bit. 15-0 Ferndale. This time Krieger hits down the line. It's up. Outside. Nice dig in the back. And again, another nice dig by Megan Omlid. And outside, that goes to Tia Gilday, who buries the spike, and it's 16-0. So Megan Omlid playing defense. Okay, so that's a number 6 on the outside. I was right the first line. Kaylee Bungard with the hits on the outside, not Tia Gilday. Krieger now puts it deep, popped up by Buttonshone. And on the outside, and the ball was popped up and the overpass. And Avery Snyder puts it right back where it came from. 18-0 Golden Eagles. And another timeout called by Alyssa Kahn. So far, the Cougars have played very good defense and have been able to handle most of the Eagle offense, but they haven't been able to generate any consistent offense of their own, so a lot of free balls sending back over the net, allowing the Eagles to run their offense. And if they don't get it the first time, they're getting it on the second or third effort. So right now, I'm sure the Cougars are talking about how they're going to get some points in and where they're going to start setting to, because to this point, their defense has been acceptable, but there's just been too many opportunities for the Golden Eagles. So time back in here, set number 1 just underway at at Lakewood High School Gymnasium. 18-0 Ferndale leads as Brooklyn Kegel has done all the serving so far. And this time to the middle, down the line, Greenwood with it, Krieger hits it, and it's long. And Natalie Krieger just a little bit long, not to be confused with her sister, Katie Krieger, who's out there wearing number 4. Natalie wears number 13. 19-0. Overpass by Kummer and put back down by Schneider. Just waited at the net until it came to her, and then she was able to just put it down on the overpass. 20-0. Nice play by Peyton Schultz, and finally the ball is hit wide, and the 20-point run is over. First point for the Cougars here, set number 1, 20-1, and now Peyton Schultz to serve. Good serve, free ball over the net, but the Cougars miscommunicate and unable to generate their offense. and it is now 21-1, but at least the Cougars did get on the scoreboard. Set to the middle to Katie Krieger. Pushes it over, hits to the outside. Blocked at the net by Kummer. Now it's outside, back to Kummer. He pushes it over. Cagle hits it up, it hits the top of the ceiling and falls free. That hit the curtain that hangs down in the middle of the gym. It is a playable obstacle. And so now Natalie Krieger will serve. Cougars trailing 21-2, and that's an ace. Miscommunication that time on the part of the Golden Eagles. Then the ball falls free as Krieger puts in her first ace of the match. Cougars have a long way to go to get back in this match, but what they're really looking for is to score some points and build some confidence heading into the next set, as they still have at least 2 more sets to play. Kummer and Krieger have a little miscommunication and the ball is hit into the net. Into the game now is Madison Butenschon, the other granddaughter of Steve and Robin Barker, longtime Lakewood employees, and who are sitting down here on my left watching their granddaughters play. And Madison subbed in for her sister Mallory.
Serving number 4, Katie Krieger.
Into the net now, Katie Krieger to serve. And they're going to call that a carry or a double hit. And that's a point for the Cougars. It's 22-5. Deep serve that time. On the outside. And that's Morgan Hayes with the kill. Nice set to her, right just close to the net. And Hayes is able to put it away. 23-5 here in set number 1. And that ball is hit into the net by Ellie Call. 23-6. So after trailing 20-0, the Cougars have outscored the Eagles 6-3 here in the waning moments of the first set. Hopefully giving them some confidence moving forward into sets number 2 and 3. Kummer with the deep serve. Gets caught in the rafters and over. Kummer pops it up, and they're going to call a double hit that time on Peyton Schultz. So 24-6, this is set point for the Golden Eagles, and Morgan Hayes is going to serve. Good deep service, Peyton Schultz. Hits it to the short set. That's Julie Chrisman. Julie gets it down. Point for the Cougars. 24-7. Megan Onwin now to serve. And that goes off the libero. Mallory Butenschon. And point for the Cougars. 24-8. And that ball is served into the net by Omlid, and that will be the end of the first set. So Ferndale jumps out to a huge 20-0 lead to start the first set, and the Cougars are able to fight back and be able to get 8 points there, outscoring them 8-5 over the last couple of side outs, but not enough to overcome the huge hole that they put themselves in. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go before we start set number 2. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the second set. All right, we're back here, ready to go with set number 2, Lakewood Cougars versus Ferndale Golden Eagles. On the floor for the Cougars, Megan Omlid, Gabriella Kinsland, Peyton Schultz, Avalon Coomer, I'll get that right maybe before she graduates, Coomer, Julie Crispin, and Natalie Krieger. So Cougars will serve first here in set number 2, down 1-0. Good news is they start over at 0. They don't have to worry about being down by 17 points. They get to start fresh at the zeros. And so Peyton Schultz to serve. That was Madison Button showing, trying to tip it over the net, but didn't quite get enough on it, and the Cougars grab a 1-0 lead. And that was set outside, and that's Kaylee Bungard with the kill. Brooklyn Cagle to serve. She's the one that served the 20 straight points for the Cougars, for the Eagles at the start of the match. And she's now hits it out as the center, and she hits it out of bounds. So give Julie Crispin the kill. And the Cougars have a 2-1 lead. Natalie Krieger serving. And that is Kaylee Bungard now on the right, putting it down cross court, tying the match to set at 2. It's a free ball. And Megan Omlid hit that into the net. Point for the Golden Eagles. They go up 3-2. You might notice in the top of your picture that the Lakewood cheerleading girls are wearing jeans and flannel shirts tonight. That's in celebration of today's homecoming dress-up event, which was Western Day. You can see some of the students over in the student section in cowboy hats and flannel shirts as well. So homecoming week here for Lakewood. Today's dress-up day was Western Day, leading up, of course, to Maroon and Gold Day Friday night and the homecoming football game against the Burlington Edison Tigers. That was Morgan Hayes with the kill, and now we have Kaylee Greenman back in the game for Julie Crispin. Katie Krieger back in. That's an ace by Kaylee Bungard. So now 5-3. That was an ace, excuse me, not by Kaylee Bungard, but by Madison Button showing. And again, point for the Golden Eagles. They take a 6-3 lead. Friday night's football game, we will be bringing you on the live stream, and it's going to be a 7 o'clock start with the Lakewood Cougars facing the Burlington Edison Tigers. The Cougars a surprise victor over Squalicum last Friday night, 14-13. That ball goes off Krieger's hands and out of bounds, point for the Golden Eagles, as they were able to hold the Squalicum Storm from scoring from the Cougar 5-yard line as time ran out. Katie Kruger looked to put it over the net, but was met by Call and Schneider. Point for the Eagles, 8-3. So the surprising upset win for the Cougars, 14-13 over the Squalicum Storm, while Burlington gave Linden everything they could handle, losing 38-35. So it should be a good matchup of two teams that need to get, that ball is hit long, out, point for the Cougars. It's going to be 8-4, as both those football teams need to win in order to keep their state playoff hopes alive. Comer with the serve. And free ball over the net. And that's Katie Krieger hitting it long. 9-4 Golden Eagles. Number 1 into the game, that's Tatum Fox coming in for Ellie Call. And when we last saw Justice Taylor in the Cedro Woolley game, he was prone on the turf before walking off on his own power, but he did play Friday night against Squalicum. So the Cougars will have their do-everything quarterback back in the lineup. Spiking from the back row, dug nicely by Natalie Krieger. Set to Comer, who's only able to just pop it over the net. Spike on the outside, set to Morgan Hayes. The 5'8" outside hitting junior was able to put it down. 10-4. Ferndale is now leading. And that's an ace. For Tatum Fox. Tomorrow night we'll be live streaming soccer. These same Ferndale Golden Eagles will send their women's soccer team down to Dick Cardinal Stadium. We'll be bringing you that game at 7 o'clock. And that ball is knocked down by Megan Omlid. Point for the Cougars.
Now serving number 8.
Bringing them back to 11-5. Megan Omlid with the spike, and now Megan Omlid to serve. So we'll have girls soccer for you starting at 7 from Dick Cardinal Stadium. And hope to see you there. Ball off Tatum Fox and goes out of bounds. Point for the Cougars, 11-6. A deep serve that time. Brooklyn Cagle, the setter, decided to take matters into her own hand. Puts that big left hand up and tips it over the net. Point for the Eagles. They've doubled up the Cougars now at 12-6. Omelet from the back row. Cagle sets it and sets it too long, and it hits the referee. And it goes out of bounds. That's a point for the Cougars. Crispin back into the game for Greenman. Hard serve, jousted at the net. Katie Kruger tried to get it up, but was unable to, and now she will come out as we put in Gabriella Kinsland. And of course, the serve always finds the new sub. That ball went into Kinsland, a defensive specialist. She was able to get her hands underneath it, but just too far to the Ferndale side and too far out of bounds. That time she pops it up. Set, Natalie Krieger with the left hand. It's knocked back to her. She's able to get it over the net. Set to Schoenbutton, and Megan Omlid, Peyton Schultz, in her effort to try to set it, was able to get to the ball, but ended up 2 steps under the net, which you cannot do, and so that's a point now for the Eagles. Avery Snyder to serve. Eagles leading 15-7. Krieger with the spike. Off the net. It's Cagle with the set, and that ball was long. So Kaylee Bungard, who's had a very good hitting night tonight, hits that one just a little bit long. And Schneider now comes out as the Eagles substitute back in Mallory Buttonshone. Ellie callback in now for Tatum Fox. He played in the back row, and now they've got a hitter in the front row. As the Kegel's going to serve, Brooklyn Kegel's going to serve, leading 16-8. Schultz with the pushover, and it's set. Nicely played by Omlid. Krieger hits it over. Kegel sets it back, and that is hit by Bumgard, and they are calling that a point for the Golden Eagles.
Nice dig, Cougars.
I'm not sure what the call was. Kegel the short step to Buttonshorn, off the net. 4 hits, Cougar point. 17-9 here in the second set. Floating serve by Krieger. And set to the far side to Buttonshorn. It hits the block and goes down. That's Madison Buttonshorn, the 5'8" junior, who gets credit for the kill. 18-9. They've doubled up the Cougars one more time. This is Kaylee Bungard to serve. Back set to Avalon Khmer. And a poor set by Ferndale, and it goes out. That'll be Cougar ball, Cougar point. Julie Crispin to serve, and Katie Krieger's back in for Gabriella Kinsley. Nice job by the Cougars to harass the offense by the Golden Eagles, but Kegel's going to serve it to Buttonshorn. Dug by Natalie Krieger, hit by Megan Omlid. Kegel gets it up, this time set back to Buttonshorn, who pushes it over the net. Omlid pops it up, but Khmer couldn't do anything with it. And now Kaylee Greenman's into the game for Julie Crispin. Short set, dug nicely by Krieger. And Katie Krieger that time hits it. Omlid was ambitious about trying it if it comes over the net. The ball did not come over the net. And so, point for the Cougars, trailing 19-11. Avalon Khmer to serve. A set outside to Schneider, dug by Krieger. That's Peyton Schultz trying to joust at the net. She's not going to win very many of those. And point for the Golden Eagles. 22-11 here in set number 2. Megan Omlid with the kill. And point for the Cougars, brings that back to within 20-12. Back set, and that's hit by Morgan Hayes, pushed over by Schultz. And Khmer to Schultz, and now Krieger with the spike. Dug nicely. This is coming back at her. Omlid with the dig. Krieger hits again, and this time it's out. Good rally, good dig. But again, just not quite enough offense. 21-12, Ferndale. Natalie Krieger with the hit. Keg to spike. And Cagle gets it to Schneider, the middle hitter, who just drops it down on the Cougars. 22-12 now. Running out of time here in set number 2. Little miscommunication, able to be saved by Krieger. Cagle back set to Schneider this time, who hits it long. Point for the Cougars. 22-13, and again we've got the substitution of Julie Crispin in for Gabriella Kinsland. And this is Katie Kruger with the ace. 22-14. Cagle with the set to the outside. A little bit of a miss hit by Kaylee Bungard, but she's able to get it off the net and down into the Kruger territory. And Gabriella Kinsland coming back in for Katie Kruger.
Coming in, Gabby Kinsland.
23-14 now. Eagles lead. Schneider to serve. A little bit of a miss set that time by Schultz. Natalie Krieger not able to do too much with it. And it's now set point for the Golden Eagles. Schneider to serve. Schultz with a good set. A little bit of a miss hit by Julie Crispin into the net, and it falls on the Cougar side of the net. So, set number 2 is in the books. Ferndale Golden Eagles won that one 25-14. 3 minutes until the next set. We're going to take 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then we'll be back. All right, we're back. The Lakewood Cougars are trailing in sets 2-0 to the Ferndale Golden Eagles. It takes 3 sets to win the match. And so we've got Kamir, Omlid, Crispin, Natalie Krieger, Peyton Schultz, and Julie Crispin on the floor. For the Golden Eagles, we've got Tia Gilday, number 5, Madison Button showing, number 12, Kaylee Bungard, number 6, Mallory Button shown, number 8, Brooklyn Cagle serving, number 14, and Morgan Hayes in the back. So the Cougars come out strong with a big hit by Julie Crispin, getting them on the scoreboard first. Peyton Schultz now with the serve. The back set hit outside that time by Kaylee Bungard. Really didn't get a good swing at it. Natalie Krieger goes cross court with the left hand and gets it down. 2-0 Cougars, just underway in set number 3. Far set to Buttonshorn, who tips it. It hits off the block of Kummer and Crispin. Falls down on the side of the floor for the Cougars. Point for the Eagles. Schultz pushes it in open territory. Cagle gets it up. Back to Buttonshorn, who hits it, passes it to her sister, and she puts it down. 2-2 now. Schultz to Kamera, bumps it over. Cagle back sets it to Buttonshorn, goes cross court, and it's down and good. And the Eagles take the lead. 3-2, according to the scoreboard. That's Kinsland with the dive. Free ball now, into the middle. It's a good spike by Crispin, then just punched over deep at Omlid and Kinsland. Little miscommunication. And the ball falls free, and it's 4-2 now, Golden Eagles. Nice scoop by Kinsman. Buttonshorn down. Omlid with the dig. Krieger gets it, blocked back, right back at her by Cagle and Buttonshorn, and she recovers it, but it goes out of bounds. 5-2. Gilday to serve, and it goes off the Cougars and out of bounds. 6-2. Krieger, Schultz sets it back, the back row pushed over by Kinsland. Set outside and hit cross court, dug nicely by Schultz. Omlid from the back row, puts it over, short set, and a tip dink over the net by Tia Gilday. And point for the Eagles. And the serve into the net, Cougar point, and that brings the score to 7-3. Cagle with the set that was a little long, and it forced Morgan Hayes to just kind of push it with her left hand. She did so, but it was right into the block and out of bounds. So off the block, 8 point for the Eagles, and now into the game to serve is number 2. And I hear them yelling for Riley, so I'm going to assume this is Riley Childs off the JV team. Cagle with it. Come here, put it up. And it's a carry, point for the Cougars. Crispin with the serve and back row hitting. Krieger, Natalie Krieger gets it. Megan Onwood goes cross court. Dug by Riley Childs, set to the outside hitter, Morgan Hayes, and puts it down the line. And it's 9-4 Golden Eagles. Into the match now is Aliva Simu coming in for Madison Buttonshower. She promptly serves it into the net. And Avalon Comer to serve. It's Riley Childs with it. Hit to the outside. Okay, Bumgard couldn't get it down. Megan Omlid jousts at the net. This time Cagle with the left hand is not able to get it down. Schultz hits it to the middle. That's Katie Krieger. Cagle again tips it over. Katie Krieger again. Off the net and over. Great scoop by Ellie Call. And Omlin keeps hitting it, and the Eagles keep returning it. And that's off the net court. Schultz gets it up. Here's Katie Krieger one more time. And that's a great rally that ends with Alivia Simu, a senior outside hitter, putting it right on the line, or just inside the line, and in for a Ferndale point. 10-5 now, Ferndale leaves. Megan Omlid hits it at Riley Child, and Megan Omlid gets the kill. 10-6, and
serving number 8, Megan
Omlid will now serve. Cagle sets to the outside, and it's fired down. Popped back by the Cougars. The Eagles can't control it. Point for the Cougars, 10-7. Omlid to serve. Free ball. Krieger pops it up to Greenman. Back to Krieger. Call sets it to the outside. And there it goes down the sideline. That's Kaylee Bungard one more time, finding some openings down that lane, that left-hand lane. Timeout Cougars. Cougars lead trail 11-7. Here's set number 3, down 2-0. We're going to pause for 30 seconds on this Cougar live stream programming. Set 3, Cougars trailing 11-7 here. Evelyn Cummer on the floor with Kaylee Greenman, Megan Omlid, Katie Krieger, Natalie Krieger, and Peyton Schultz. Mallory Buttonshorn serving. Brooklyn Cagle puts it deep. It's Katie Krieger putting it over. That's into the middle. Looked an awful lot like a carry to me from Tia Gilday, but no call. And Cagle puts it down, this time with the right hand. It's about the third or fourth time we see her do that. It's really only the second time she's been successful, but she was there. 12-7 now, Ferndale leads. Mallory Buttonshorn showing to serve. Peyton Schultz tries to flip it over. This time Cagle sets it to back. Dug nicely twice. Great work back there by Megan Omlin to get it back. But unfortunately, it was an overpass. It came right back at her. She hit it again, and it was back at her again. But this time, the Golden Eagles were able to put it down. So 13-7, now they serve into the net, 13-8.
Serving number 4, Katie
Chrisman back in for Greenman. Katie Krieger to serve, tips the top of the net, outside, and a little too close to the net as Kaylee Bungard is able to hit it, but her momentum carries her into the net. Point for the Cougars, 13-9. Katie Krieger to serve, and it's down and in, and that is an ace. Katie Krieger gets another point for the Cougars, trailing now 13-10. Krieger to serve. Cagle sets it outside. We've seen this before, cross court. Krieger pops it up. The other Krieger keeps it alive. Cagle hits it to Cummer. This is Natalie Krieger into the net. So great job on defense by the Cougars. But unfortunately they weren't able to score, and eventually the ball was hit into the net. And we have Kinsland coming back in, Gabby Kinsland coming back in for Katie Krieger. Brooklyn Cagle to serve. Eagles leading 14-10 here in set number 3. Cagle serves outside the Bungard, who goes down the middle, dug by Omlet. And a little bit of miscommunication there between Chrisman and Natalie Krieger, and the ball falls in. And it is 15-10 now, Brooklyn Cagle to serve. Remember, Cagle started this whole match off serving 20 straight points against the Cougars. Really putting the Cougars on their heels for the rest of the match. Back set this time. And Madison Buttonshorn tries to just push it over the top, but she's met there by Natalie Krieger, who puts it back at her. And it's 15-11 now. Cougars trailing by 4. Cagle sets it to Tia Gilday, and she's just able to tip it over the outstretched arms of the Cougars. And the ball falls in. Point for the Eagles now, leading 16-11. Peyton Schultz to Chrisman. Set now by Cagle to Madison Buttonshorn. Natalie Krieger gets it. Free ball. Krieger hits it over. Cagle short sets it to Gilday. Dug by Omlin. Tries to push over by Chrisman, but the block is there. 17-11. Schultz sets it outside to Kamir. Pushes it over. Cagle sets to Buttonshorn, and she hits it off the Cougar out of bounds. (18-11) now. Golden Eagles lead into the game, into the match for the first time is Elizabeth Leo, a 5'6" senior. Deep serve, Amelie gets it. Kamir bops it up. Leo with her first hit, puts it deep, gets the kill, as Mallory Button showed, is not able to keep it in play, and it's now 18-12. Natalie Krieger to serve. Good scramble by the Eagles. Hit by Morgan Hayes on the outside. Coming to Megan Onwood on the outside. Nice dig by Button showing. And that's Morgan Hayes with the kill off the Cougar block. 19-12. So wholesale subs now for Ferndale, as Riley Childs is coming into the game to serve. The 5-foot defensive specialist, just a freshman. She played earlier in this third game, and now she's going to get a chance to serve again. And she hits it into the net. Point for the Cougars, 19-13. And now we have these Gabriella Kinsland for Katie Krieger substitution rotation going on. That we've seen as Crispin plays in the back row, and then Krieger comes in, plays when he gets to the front row. Serve to the outside, just hit off the top of the block. Morgan Hayes didn't really have her feet underneath her, so she went for the push, and she got it over the outstretched Cougar block. This will bring Alavia Simu back into the game for Madison Button showing, and she will serve, leading 20-13. She came in and served last time, hit her serve into the net. This time she's able to get it over. Adeline Cummer is able to finally spike one down. Goes back to the outside. It's Morgan Hayes, dug by the Cougars. Free ball across by Katie Krieger. Hit to the outside again. This time she tries to dink again, but Adeline Cummer's there and puts it back at her. Point for the Cougars, 20-14. Not fooled that time by the dink. Avalon Cummer to serve. It's a long floater. Oliva Simu hits it from the back side, able to pop up. Katie Krieger smokes one, but is saved, and then it goes back outside to Morgan Hayes, who gets her feet underneath her, and it goes down for the kill. 21-14 here, as we're in the, looks like we're getting close to the closing minutes of the match. Ferndale has taken a 7-point lead. Schultz tries to set, pushes it over to Cagle, sends it out wide, and that's Kaylee Bungard, who is not able to get it down. Cougar serve, trailing 21-15. This is Megan Omlid, and she hits that long. Not a whole lot of service errors tonight for the Cougars. They've served very well, but they just haven't been able to get their offense going to get the ball down in the Ferndale end of the floor. Tia Gilday coming back in now for the Eagles. Mallory Button showing is serving. Natalie Krieger off the block, and they're calling that one off the standard, and so that is a point for Ferndale, now leading 23-15. Natalie Krieger hits, and it's saved. Cagle spikes and push deep. That's Morgan. That's Kaylee Bungard with the spike down the line. 24-15, this is set point, match point. And the serve is deep. Greenman can't handle it. And that is the match. So Ferndale wins set 3, 25-15. That's the 3 games, 25-8, 25-14, 25-15. And really the whole match was determined in the first game when Brooklyn Cagle served 20 straight points, putting the Golden Eagles up 20-0, and the Cougars never really got off their heels after that. But they fought hard, they came back, they got better each game, scoring 8, then 14, then 15 points. Very resilient group, kept on working hard to keep the ball going and to keep the match alive. Tomorrow night we're live streaming soccer from Dick Cardinal Stadium. We'll have our women's soccer team playing the same Ferndale Golden Eagles. And then Friday night we've got football with the Burlington Edison Tigers visiting us at Dick Cardinal Stadium. This is homecoming week. You can see the coronation live stream replayed on YouTube. I guess they had some trouble with the sound with the live stream, but at least you can see the kids in their dresses and their suits. Again, today was Western Day. Not sure what the dress-up day is tomorrow. It's Color Day on Wednesday, where each class wears a particular color. And then tomorrow, I think, is Tourist Day, dressed like a tropical tourist. We used to call that Hawaiian Shirt Day back in the day. And then Friday is, of course, Maroon and Gold Day. So I hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. We're done just about on time, even though we got started about an hour late. Thanks for hanging with us. Appreciate the help I get from Cray Thronson, ASB Secretary, the lovely and talented Laura Leach on the front end, Ball Deep, producer engineer on the back end. I'm Dale Leach. Thanks for joining me tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Go Cougs.